Hi guys, welcome back to Automobile Infos. I'm really sorry for the bad lighting inside. I just couldn't find time in the day to film this video, so I'm doing this right now. As you might know, I got my car updated to version 6.212, and one of the most interesting and helpful features with that was the inclusion of the continuous DVR. In this video, I'll tell you all the caveats about it, whether it is helpful, whether you still need a proper dash cam after its inclusion, and whether it actually records 24/7 or not. So without any delay, let's jump right in. Now, the moment you get your car updated to 6.212, the car automatically starts recording. I did not press any button, I did not access any settings, nothing. Now, how do you actually access those recordings? When you go to vehicle apps, and you go to secure 360 right here. Now when I go to recordings, you will see that earlier there used to be only two options when you clicked here. One is hard drive and one was the USB. For your information, I have attached a USB in the DVR port right there. I've already posted a dedicated video on it, so if you want that, I'll link it in the I button. Moving ahead, there used to be only two options, hard drive and USB, but now you actually have a third option, SD card, and it shows connected. Now I could not for the life of me figure out where that SD card is. It's not there in the dashboard and I could not see it anywhere accessible. So it is probably under there where the OBD port of your car is, but I couldn't find it. I don't know if all the cars shipped with the memory card, because I clearly did not insert anything. Now when you go to the SD card and you go to general, you will see that the car is recording videos every 3 minutes. So you can see the year, the month and the date, and you can see that there are videos of 3 minutes each from the time the car got updated. So if I scroll really back, then you see that it is recording every 3 minutes. But there is something really important. This is only recording videos when the car is turned on. So as you might know, my car was parked last night and some idiot banged into it. This is the tail light of that idiot, evidence. So somebody banged into my car last evening. I'll attach pictures right there. And I thought that the car would have recorded something in the 360 camera, in the emergency section, in the sentry section, but nothing was there. So this is only recording videos when the car is turned on. Now since we do not know where the SD card is, how do we access these videos? I will just select one video and then download it. So what this does is it actually transfers from the SD card to the USB. You can select up to 5 videos at once, not more than that. And once this is done, it will take a couple of seconds and then it will tell you that file transfer complete. Then when you go to USB and then you go to general, then exterior, you'll see that it will save all videos here, and you can see here. So these I saved in the morning, and then you can just take that pen drive out and access that in your laptop. This for some reason did not work, and then here, so it actually says video file corrupted. I think this is the video that I transferred in the morning, so it actually takes some time to transfer. Please give it some time. It will not happen instantly. It initially shows video file corrupted, but when you give it some time, so for example, I will still have to give this some more time. You can see item successfully copied. So after 2 minutes, it gets copied, and then you can actually play the video. So at all of these instances, the car was actually turned on. So please note that this does not work when the car is turned off. When your car is parked, even if somebody bangs into it, the car will record nothing. Now, should you get a proper dash cam to replace this? Well, as you know, this is an EV, and for a dash cam to record 24/7 even when your car is turned off, you need to do hard wiring, and that unfortunately voids the warranty of an EV. If we look at some of the other recordings here, just to see if they're clear enough, I will actually download a video in which I was driving and then I'll get back. Now I'm actually downloading two videos in which I know I was driving, so that we can check the clarity and whether we can read the number plates of car or not. I've also observed that this is actually a slow and tedious process. This is not easy. It does not get done instantly. it will take 5 minutes even for 2 videos. So if you want a huge section of video, then you're going to have to wait for quite some time. And also it does not let you select more than 5 videos at once, so you'll have to copy videos in sections of 5 each. Now you can see that it is in progress. Now we'll see how long it takes. Of course they're all 3 minutes, so it should not technically take that long, but it is. I've also realized that this system is not that reliable. Actually, it is not copying things which I want to. It is not that fast. It is pretty glitchy, but I'll still wait and tell you. So this is a video of when I was actually driving. You can see that it does not record this interior cameras things, but here if you see that you can read the number plate of the car right behind me, not of the car which is slightly in ahead of me. And basically this is not that clear, and also because the aspect ratio, or should I say the viewing angle, because this is a really wide angle view, it is not happening right. So if you want to record the number plates of other cars really nicely, then I think you still need to go for a dash cam. You can see that. So with this you'll actually be able to prove that it was not your fault, but you wouldn't be able to prove whose fault it was in case of an accident, since it does not record the number plates clearly. So in conclusion, if you want that your car records even when it is parked and turned off, unfortunately there is nothing you can do, because a dash cam that records 24/7 requires hard wiring. Like in an ICE car, you can take connection directly from the 12-volt battery. Here you are not able to do that without voiding the warranty. The dash cam that you will get will also be connected to the 12-volt socket in the boot of your car. This is not clear, it's actually a fisheye kind of view. So this cannot be the replacement of a dash cam, but if you're not getting a dash cam, then this is still pretty helpful. I will also provide the links of dash cams that are really good, what I've heard from people. I'll attach the Flipkart link in the video itself, and I'll attach the Amazon link down in the description, so you can check that out if it helps. Thank you so much for watching this video. If it helped, please give it a like. Subscribe to Automobile Infos for more such content. Comment down below if you've got any more questions. I'll be really happy to answer them. There are a lot more interesting videos coming up. We'll see really soon how you can use those driver profiles, how you can use your iPhone as a key, all the new climate control features as well. Mahindra also unveiled the new Scorpio N pickup, so that is also pretty interesting. A lot of interesting content coming up. Thank you so much for the support so far. It really means a lot. I'll see you in the next one. Drive safe and have a happy journey.